NFT Jungle. I am Emma, aka Nifty Meta Girl, and I have with me
Boss Mom 99, aka Jaden.
very good, and we also have producer Gabe with us.
Hello.
You doing okay today?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
I have no complaints.
Very good.
I have one.
Jaden, why is it this way? Like every time we sit down to do one of these.
I don't know, Gabe.
Can we just have a truce?
No, probably not. But
It's all because of the pants, isn't it?
probably.
It's hard to forget about the pants.
Yeah. You set the tone with episode 2 is all I'm saying.
Well, sorry.
It's okay.
All right.
Well, now we can fast forward to episode 10, which is pretty awesome.
I can't believe it, but I can believe it. It's so exciting.
Well, and today we have some great wallet updates. We also have some updates for projects that we're watching, MetaJungle updates, and we're going to get to interview Kyle Drone again with this episode. So he's going to update us on some new developments in the physical asset, the physical collectables NFT world. So looking forward to that.
I'm very excited to get to chat with him because I've been talking to him a little bit on the MetaJungle Discord about it, but I have some more questions, so I'm excited to get them answered.
You're lucky you get the straight line to Kyle, huh?
I know.
Well, definitely looking forward to hearing what he's got to share with us. But to get started with our wallet updates, what do you got for us?
Okay, so I actually came across this project this weekend, I guess I should say, that I didn't know anything about, but the more I looked into it, I was like, wow, this project is really cool. I can't believe that more people don't know about it. It's called Rebel Society.
Mm-hmm.
I actually minted 2. Mint right now is 0.02 plus gas.
Okay.
And I got 199 and 200. And let me tell you guys, they are bad bees. I am obsessed. They're a PFP project, and let me tell you, they do their job. I see more and more people minting them, and they're changing them to their PFPs, and I absolutely love them. They're so cute. But half the reason I really like them is because their project actually, one thing that I believe me and you both are big on is getting more women into the NFT space and
Yep, definitely.
and supporting projects that want to focus on, or not focus on that, but help with that. And that was something I found really cool about this project is one, the dev team is a husband and wife, and they have 3 kids,
Okay.
which I think is really fun. But also with their project, they have something called the Rebel Society Initiative.
Okay.
And this is helping women artists enter the space.
Very cool.
So they're putting so much of their proceeds to help like pay for minting or anything else that they need to get into the NFT space. And then the other really cool thing that they have in their project is the Rebel Double Give Back. And with this, they actually use some of the money, like they set up a patron wallet, and they purchase NFTs that are either showcasing woman empowerment or created by women, things like that. And then they actually give them back to the community in a drawing fashion. So they could be one of ones that you have the chance of winning and things like that, but they're giving them back to the community, which I think is really cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah. It was a project that after I found them, I was hooked on them. I'm like, wow, this is so cool, and I hope that more people find out about it because, like, it's just a really cool project that I'm very excited to be involved in.
Well, it sounds like it hits the things that we look for a lot of times in a project with giving back and helping other women come into the space and onboarding. So that's really exciting. And how many total are there? 7,000?
Yes.
Okay, very good. That's what I thought was 7,000.
I was like, I'm going to be so embarrassed if I mess it up. I'm like, I know it's 7,000. That's what I was about to say. But then I was like, I better check my thing just to make sure.
Well, I think I may have to check those out too because I have not yet, but I think I should.
They're very cool. And I mean, the artwork is just, it's really incredible, especially for like a PFP project, like the thought that they've put into it. It's so fun. I saw one today that actually, it was the first one minted yet, and it has a butterfly face. So this is like regular, and the top is literally a butterfly, and it's just really pretty.
Very cool. Very cool.
And then my other new addition is going to be Expressionist portrait number 41 by a girl named Anna. And it was really cool how I came across it because I just happened to be scrolling through Twitter, and she actually is a artist that I had been watching for a little bit, but had never actually dived in and got any of her things. And she, for Christmas, she had sold a lot of physical pieces. So for her NFT side of things, she decided to do 4 of them for free. Just all you got to do is pay gas. and I happened to get the 4th one.
Wow.
Yes, it was the last one available, and I happened to snag it, and I absolutely, positively love it. I think it's incredible.
It is a really pretty piece.
I'm very excited to have it in my wallet.
Very cool. And so what happened with last week? Our last episode, we talked about some projects you were watching and hoping for on the Mint. So what happened with those?
Okay, guys. So I know you all have been following my Psychedelics Anonymous saga, and it is not in the way that we want it to.
Oh.
I was pretty devastated. Emma was here with me. It sold out in approximately 30 seconds. And, like, it was so fast that we were sitting here and I was asking her, I'm like, it's not even giving me the option to mint. Like, what do I do? Like, do I keep refreshing it? And about a minute into me trying to do this, it literally came on and sold out. And that was the only option I had.
Yes, almost instantly they started saying in Discord, sold out, sold out, sold out. It was hard to believe it was that quick, but
I
it
know.
was.
And let me tell you guys, I have good Wi-Fi here, okay? Like, I was like, come on. But one really cool thing that I don't think a lot of people realized or maybe didn't quite understand is that if you owned all 4 of them, then you got, like, it had even more utility.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that is because I was able to mint one of all the other 3.
Okay.
And, like, even though 10,000 of the PFP or the Genesis sold, there was only, like, 2,800 of the in real life pass, and then, like, 2,800 of the metaverse pass, and, like, 3,600 of the component number 1s that had sold.
Okay.
So I was actually able to snag one of all those. And then...
So you missed out on the combined NFT.
Yes, I wasn't able to get, like, the main NFT, which is the Genesis or the PFP project that they had, but I was able to get the other 3, which also have pretty cool utilities.
Okay.
But they actually ended up selling out over the weekend. So they are totally sold out now. The only way to get them is on the secondary. But my saga for the MTG did turn out how we wanted it to.
All right.
And
Because you did get whitelisted on for this one, right?
I did. I was actually able to get whitelisted early on so I could stop stressing about it and not have to work at it for a month and a half like I did for Psychedelics, which was nice. But I am a proud owner of an MTG, and I am now just waiting for them to reveal.
All right. Very good. Which will be soon.
Yes, I don't know how soon, but they said sometime this week, and they will give us a 24-hour notice.
All right. Awesome. Well,
Yes.
glad that some of that has worked out the way you were hoping, and sorry about the others. That's kind of how it works in this world, huh?
That's just what I had to keep telling myself. This is the NFT world, and I can't dwell on what I didn't get, and I just need to be excited about what I did. So,
That is the best way to look at it for sure.
yep, I don't need no FOMO. So,
Nope. No room for that.
nope.
There'll always be something else coming down the pike, huh?
Yes, but what do you got for us?
Well, so I was really excited this morning. I woke up and I actually had fun stuff in my wallet. I couldn't believe it. But Mike Schmidt is a active MetaJungle member and a very talented, award-winning artist. And I was super excited to wake up and have a piece of his from one of his collections in my wallet that he gifted me.
Wow, that's
So,
incredible.
yeah, absolutely. I do hold a piece from one of his other collections, but this is his Faces collection, which is a portrait collection, a black and white portrait collection. And the Faces number 3, which is a beautiful portrait of a woman, was there in my wallet. So really happy that he thought of me. So
That's incredible. I've seen the piece, and it is a very beautiful piece.
it's really cool to have gifts like that show up for sure. And Mike has been really active, like I mentioned, in the MetaJungle Discord, and has just been someone that's been great to get to know. I know he helps a lot of artists in the space, and so it's really exciting to see what is ahead for him. So thank you, Mike, for my piece. I absolutely love it. And I actually found it because I was headed over to my wallet to my hidden folder because I knew today was the airdrops for World of Women. And so 2 beautiful pieces showed up. That's one of the fun perks of owning World of Women is the monthly airdrops that come. And so the way that they do that is it depends on which world your women are from because there's 7 different ones based on their skin colors. And so I have a green and I also also have one of the human colors, so that means I fall into 2 different categories. So the Rainforest Surfer is a beautiful piece that showed up in my wallet, and also Gaea, which is another piece that showed up. So they are beautiful, and it's, again, a great project. I do believe it's truly one of the blue chip projects out there, and happy to be a holder and looking forward to maybe other opportunities to add to my collection. So those are the 2 that I added today. But
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it must have been the season for airdrops because I didn't.
It has been a lot happening lately.
So much. Because I know that we are both members in Sad Girls, and they did a Sad Girls Christmas card, which is really cute. Then Outlaw Girls, or Outlaw Gals.
Outlaw Gals Motorcycle Club.
Yes, my bad. They did a New Year's card, which was pretty cute. That came out this week. And
that's teasing the new motorcycles that are coming for the gals, which is gonna be really exciting.
it was like it was a gal and there was a Christmas tree. Well, I'm sure we'll have it up. But there was a gal and a Christmas tree, and then their motorcycle was unwrapping, so that was really cool. And then Emma shared Festive that she received last week by Hannah, and I actually woke up to that in my wallet, which I was super excited about because I wasn't going to tell Emma this, but I was pretty jealous because I really like that. And then another really cool thing is I did get the last free Expressionist portrait, but then right after I bought it, I bought that on Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day, it showed up in a Christmas-themed Expressionist portrait showed up in my wallet, and it was an edition of 5. I believe that's how you would say it, right? And I was one of them, so that was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's always a nice little bonus to wake up and see something that you weren't expecting. So
Absolutely. I think we talked a little bit about that in the last episode for artists. You know, we've been hearing that question recently about utility with one-of-one art pieces, and you know, if that's important or not. And for me as a collector, I'm not buying the piece because of something else I'm going to get from it. So I don't really feel like there's a need for that necessarily. I feel like the one-of-one, I'm looking at the artist and I'm looking at the artwork. Those are the things that are important to me. But I feel like, you know, after the fact or for some occasion down the road, if an artist wants to share that, that's a really fun thank you or a really fun way of reaching out and showing appreciation. So
I agree completely. I'm the same way. And it's so fun because it's things that you're not expecting. Like with you and Marlene last week,
I know.
You bought the piece and then she sent you the original of kind of where it all came from. And I'm like, that is such a cool, fun idea.
Yes, definitely. And so with that, you're kind of building that bond, you know, between the collector and the artist. So when it's used in that regard, I think it's really cool. And, you know, it also lets me learn more about the artists themselves. So I love that side of it for sure. And that was really special. I appreciated that very much.
I couldn't agree more. It's really cool to see how they to see how artists want to thank their collectors and stuff. I just think that that's a really cool aspect of things that it's not something they have to do, but whenever it's something they want to do and how they come up with ways to do it. So
Definitely. Well, in mentioning that, as far as airdrops, those typically, for those of you that are new to maybe NFTs or haven't done much with that or have received a lot of airdrops, you may have some waiting for you because they may be in your wallet. So when you're connected with MetaMask, if you go in and you are able to see your hidden folder, that's typically where your airdrops will come to. And so you can actually change which folder they're in. So if they're in your hidden folder, you can simply go to the 3 dots there and select that you would like them to be shown, and you sign and they move over. However, a little warning, if you do not know where this airdrop has come from, please don't open it because it could be nefarious. So if you don't recognize it or it looks a little shady, just leave it there.
yes, that was something that happened to me with all these. I didn't open it because our wonderful nifty meta girl over here told me not to, but that was something that happened to me over the weekend that she was like, don't do it, just be aware of this. And I was like, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, there's those little tricks along the way that, so if you recognize the airdrop, it's great. You can move it over, but there's other reasons that people are sending stuff. So if you don't recognize it, just don't engage with it.
Always a good, just a life motto, life
Exactly.
lesson.
Exactly. Usually if it's too good to be true, there's more to it than that. So just let it be.
Exactly.
Well, and so do you have anything else with our wallet updates?
I don't think I have any more wallet updates, but I do have some project updates.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so as you know, I am a woman in weapons holder. She is my PFP. She describes me beautifully. Emma is a woman in weapons holder.
I am, yes.
And I don't know if we've ever actually talked about their new roadmap yet, but it really takes a lot of place in 2022. So this is a great time to talk about it, especially because I don't know if you follow her on Twitter, but the artist Sarah Ballman, she goes by Sparky, and she's been releasing little teasers of the Woman in Weapons Season 2. And I am very excited about that because it is the new collection coming. Woman in Weapon holders, it's just going to cost you gas. You get it free plus gas. And let me tell you guys, they look so cool.
Well, because they're space themed, is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
So the ones that she's been sharing is a girl in a spacesuit, and she's holding two like laser guns like this.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty they're pretty cool. I love it because it's so fun because it's like a mix of her like women from or like retro women, and then also it almost makes me think of like empowerment because it's like, hey, not a lot of women are astronauts or like in space, but then that's really cool. And then we got weapons because why not? And it's just really cool. It's more of like a progression thing to me. I think is really cool. But that's how I take it, or that's how I interpret it. I know a lot of people might interpret it differently, but that's how I think about it. But then the other really cool thing that will start happening in 2022 is she's going to start doing one-of-one airdrops again.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool because I don't know if you guys have ever, if you knew this, but before she did the Woman in Weapons
generative collection.
Yes, she had one-of-one pieces.
That
were kind of the same thing. It was like women's from the, I want to say 50s or 60s?
40s, 50s, yeah.
Sorry.
Probably spans some genres there.
Yeah. But they were that, and they were holding weapons and stuff. So it was really cool to see how she interpreted that in a generative project. Sorry, guys. I have been having speaking troubles all day today.
Hasn't slowed her down, though.
Nope. I think that's half the reason is I talk too fast that I get caught on my own words. But she is kind of going back to her roots, and she is going to be doing one-of-one pieces to airdrop to women and weapon holders. So that is really exciting. There's going to be 12 of them because she's doing one each month. And I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed that my wallet might just be one that they end up in. So
that would be great. That's exciting.
Yes.
Because that is something different that can also be different with airdrop pieces that those will be one-of-one, so there'll only be one edition of that particular piece, where at other times they may be multiples. So, for instance, with the World of Women pieces that are dropped each month, that is based on the number of people that hold within that particular segment. So there's actually several thousand of each of those for that one piece. So that does change how rare they are and how collectible they are. But yes.
100%. And it just, I don't know, makes it fun because isn't that how your brain vomit one was too? It's one-of-one.
It is, yes, which was really happy to have that doodle show up in my wallet. So, yes. Really exciting little incentive there. And he did that again over the weekend. So, I know there were some new ones showing up in people's wallets. So, that's just a fun thing to get to do with the community. And another reason which both Women and Weapons and Brain Vomit had their floor swept over the weekend, and so those prices increased and some excitement in those communities. So there was definitely some activity happening there.
Christmas gifts all around.
Well, and along those lines, Flower Girls is another project that has kind of updated their plans, which this was in their roadmap, but then announcing that they're getting closer to letting that happen, which will be a cross-pollination. So they have a lot of details that they shared in their Discord. So if you're interested, you can visit there in the announcements, but how you're able to combine two of your NFTs into one. And so it'll be combining all of their traits and assets. So they've made it clear that each particular piece is really important. So it'll be exciting to see how that comes about.
That's pretty cool. Have they announced if that means that the two pieces that you put into one are going to be burnt, or if they're going to still be there?
I think that they're going to be combined into one.
Okay.
So I know it'll be interesting to see how that all comes together, but I was really impressed to learn that they are very specific about each of the traits and how those factor in, and there's reasons for every single little tiny detail.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's been a very thought out project for sure.
Yeah.
And so they're growing and progressing and adding staff members to their group and everything. So I'm excited to see where that is coming. I have 3 of those in my wallet that I minted, and I did miss out on a couple others, but excited to see where that project is going because they seem to be moving and growing all the time. So
do you know which 2 you're going to combine?
yes. I do.
Well, there you go.
I have one that is more rare than the other 2, so I'll probably combine my 2 less rare and keep my one that is more rare, but we'll see as details develop. I may change my mind, so we will see. And then with Long Neckie Ladies, that's a Nyla collection project. Nyla's a 12-year-old artist she's had a lot of really exciting opportunities this year, but this was probably the 3rd project that I bought as I was first getting into the NFT space. And I love the fact that it's a young artist, but and also, just the whole initiative. It's a very tight-knit community. They give back a lot to their community, to their holders. But I saw just recently that they have a lot of initiatives coming up this week. For this year, they have a new logo that they're doing. They're starting their own new Discord because they've been with Kids on the Block. Kids on the Block has been their Discord, and they've been supporting other child-related projects. However, they're going to be kind of going off on their own, it looks like. So that's going to be really exciting to see how that develops. And mentioning World of Women, they they had a Twitter Spaces yesterday and shared a lot of information, but they have a new collection coming out as well. They've been teasing this for probably the last month or so. There's been lots of prizes that you can a lot of games and different contests that you can participate in with little teasers about what's coming, but that's going to be the Galaxy of Women project, so that'll be fun to pay attention to. And then one of the projects that I shared, I think 2 episodes ago, is called Mujuworld, and they're a very cute animated project, and it's a husband and wife, Mr. and Miss Muju, but they shared in MetaJungle Discord today that they have another drop coming up, so they'll have 7 more of their Mujuworld pieces dropping this week, and I believe it'll be December 30th, so that'll be
pretty
really
exciting.
Yeah, and they also have a new racer project that they're doing too, which is super cute. So that's one that they're working on helping illustrators and toy makers coming into the NFT space. And so it's just a really great project. And for those of you that might have kids, it would also be a really fun project to be involved with because it's very much relatable to kiddos, and it's super, super cute work, and they're just really nice people.
And isn't that one, if you want to get involved in, you have to be fairly quick because don't they sell out fairly fast?
Yes. So they have done at least 2 series of drops of 7, maybe 3 series at this point. But they sell out typically within like 5 minutes.
Yes.
So, yes, watch, they do tweet out when they're going to drop it, and you do want to pay attention because, yes, they go really, really quick. There's going to be 75 of these collectibles in this particular collection, and they're calling them trading cards of one of their tree spirit character, but they go really fast.
Yep. Cool.
So those are kind of the ones I'm watching for this coming week. And of course, we get the opportunity to learn a lot about different one-of-one artists, whether that be for photography or digital art. So that's something that we're always paying attention to. I know there's several artists within the MetaJungle community that have announced that they're going to be doing either their last drop for 2021 or are working on new projects to release in early 2022. So definitely looking forward to seeing what comes about. And if you are someone that is interested in getting into the one-of-one space, definitely come and visit MetaJungle Discord because the amount of work that's being shared every day and the opportunity to connect with artists is just amazing.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. And there's just so many great resources and tools in there that as a collector, I have seen really help artists that want to get into the NFT space. So
Absolutely. Well, in mentioning that, we actually do have a good update for that coming up.
Perfect.
So.
Let's hear it.
Opportunities for learning more. So if you are a one-of-one artist, we have our next AMA coming up, our Artist Feedback AMA in MetaJungle. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be the fourth one that we've held. And just like last time, Mike Schmidt and Dan Hawk are going to be our hosts for this particular session. And the way that this works, for those of you that might be new to it, artists are welcome to post in our feedback submissions channel in MetaJungle Discord. They can post a collection that they may want to have reviewed live during the session, along with a few questions that they may have. And then we have typically 10 to 12 artists actually selected to be discussed during the live session. And Mike and Dan and maybe a few others will weigh in on maybe advice that might help them. So we talk a lot about the content and descriptions, how to actually curate your collection. So thinking about number of pieces in the collection and also colors, all of the things that make the collection more cohesive. So pieces to stand alone and be cohesive at the same time. So just some things that they have learned along the way, and a great time to get that feedback. So
yeah, and another cool aspect that I've noticed is that occasionally you also have collectors in there that are able to weigh in and give a few tips and suggestions. So
exactly. And that's something that is great from our Discord conversation, but especially during these sessions that I hear from artists is that it's rare to be able to get feedback from collectors to actually have that opportunity to know what's important to them and be able to curate their collection or make a few changes to their collection, which may really help them connect with collectors. And that's one of the main goals, is to be able to open up that communication. We actually have the last 3 sessions available in MetaJungle Discord that you can tune in if you are interested as a one-of-one artist and learning maybe some tips and tricks to help you out with your collection. And another update that is actually related to industry news for those in the NFT space, it's been exciting, that came out over the weekend, is about an SOS token. And this is a token that is connected with the Open DAO. And it's really interesting because it's actually rewarding those that have been active on OpenSea as creators and collectors. And so it's just been a really cool development.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun out of the blue process because I saw it on Twitter and I was like, okay, what is this? I was a little fishy about it.
Rightly so.
Yeah, and I looked a little bit more into it and then I did it and I was like, holy smokes, this is free money. Like, what?
Yes, exactly. So with the SOS token, they're planning on there being 100 trillion of them, and they are airdropping 50% of the supply to NFT collectors. And so the way that they figure that is they take the amount that you have. They have kind of a breakdown, but they weight it with depending on the number of transactions that you have done purchasing NFTs and the amount that you have spent on NFTs, and they use that as an equation to then determine how much of that portion you actually can receive. And so the process is really simple, really well defined, but you can go to their website, which is theopendao.com. And once you're there on the website, it walks you through the simple 1, 2, 3 step, but you can connect your wallet. It will determine from your wallet activity how much you will be receiving, and then you can actually transfer it over. And it is a little tricky to figure out how to get it to show up in your MetaMask wallet, but it's not too bad.
Nope.
And then once you have claimed that, you are able to hold to see if the value of the token increases over time. You can stake it. You can also sell it if you want to. So there are a lot of options. I've also seen a lot of people on Twitter that are actually gifting this. So that is an option as well. So it's just another token that is available. And it's really interesting because, they say on their website that they're very grateful to all NFT collectors, creators, and markets for nurturing the entire NFT ecosystem. So that's really cool. But they're also going to be using 20% of the total supply for staking incentives. They're going to be using 20% in the Open DAO. and then 10% will be to LP incentives. But with the 20% for the DAO, an interesting element of that is they're actually going to be compensating victims of scams related to OpenSea.
That's incredible.
That's something that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So, but they're also going to be supporting emerging artists, supporting NFT communities, and also supporting art preservation, and also doing a developer grant. So it'll be interesting to see what all comes with that. But,
cool.
there's new things coming available in this NFT space all the time. And so this is one that has really been a way to reward those that are active in the OpenSea NFT space.
Being in the NFT space is rewarding alone, but it's always a nice little bonus when you get some extra rewards on top of that.
Absolutely, and it's changing all the time.
It really is.
And so, again, if you would like some more information on that, you can go to their website, which is theopendao.com. You can also find them on Twitter, and that is going to be at _OpenDAO. So check it out. Always, of course, do your own research. But this one has been pretty well received by the community, but also make sure that it's appropriate for you.
Agreed.
So, and so I think it is time to do our interview with Kyle.
I have been waiting for this.
So Kyle was with us a few episodes ago, and he is very active in the sports memorabilia world, and then also connected with NFTs, which would be the sports memorabilia NFT, but also the physical asset-backed NFTs. So there's some new things happening in that space that we know Kyle has been active on, so excited to hear from him.
I can't wait. I have so many questions to ask him.
Very good. Well, do we want to get to some NFT talk?
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
have things been going?
What's that?
How have things been going?
Actually, really good recently. I got in on. I've basically just been following her coattails. Like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? And then I look at it and if it looks decent enough, then I'll jump in. But like we talked before, the community's such so positive and everybody helps each other. I don't think anybody would ever push anybody into something wrongly.
Yeah, things they do evolve so often. And yes, you buy into a project at Mint or early on, and then yes, there's a new roadmap, there's new things happening. And so, we are all learning and growing together for sure. And I think that's been something that's been really relevant with BlokPax.
Yes.
There's new things evolving, and that's something I admire a lot about Jeff, who's behind the project, Frenchie, because he is not scared about growing and evolving and things, figuring things out and changing it for the group. Have you stayed active in that community as well?
Yeah, I am. I was actually just before I got on here, I was talking to a few of the people on there, just trying to clarify, because this one is evolving and changing quicker than any of them that I've been involved in. And this is the one I'm most passionate about, because this is, why I got into it, the card collecting, aspect of it. And then now the NFT side. And, what he's doing is just incentivizing the heck out of everything and evolving and changing and listening to the community. And the one thing early on that I believed in him is, first of all, he does videos. Spaces are great, but when you can see somebody's face, you can get a better idea of the person you're dealing with. And he's not running from anything. He's not hiding. He's, upfront. And I think, when he said that I'm dedicated, to this for the long haul, I believed him, and I've, stayed in it the entire way. And I still haven't won my first, my first card yet, but I got close. I got to the last four on the last drop we had. So I'm getting close. I'm going to win here pretty soon. But all the other incentives that he's given us have just been amazing. The Jordan fracks, the Kobe fracks. The last drop was a Charizard fracks. So for what I've put into it financially, if I sold everything I have, I'd be ahead regardless. And there's still more to come. He just keeps adding, and I'm just riding it as all the way through, because it's a fun project because of, the baseball side, the card side of it for me.
Well, and he is really setting the pace and carving out a whole new path for the physical collectibles related to NFTs. What Frenchie's doing is amazing.
Right.
With
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's the understanding of people, even like myself, of what he's doing. You know what I mean? And the fact that the pace is so quick and, it is, it's not a ton of money. You can get in on a very affordable level. In fact, now they're doing free drops. I think the second one is January 7th. Did you get signed up for that?
I did. Yeah, that was
Good.
something I was having a hard time with, but you sent me that. And then, like you said, I liked the video too, because it was able to help you out a little bit. So I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Awesome. Yeah. And he does that all the time. He's putting out the videos. He's got, great moderators. Kara Fine is one of the ones I talk to all the time. She's always Johnny on the spot with getting back to you and stuff, and a few others. So yeah, I'm excited to see where it ends up, but I still think it's a 1-2 year journey to really fine tune it on what actually works, because just like all these other projects, he's evolving and changing and I think they announced yesterday that their Discord membership is up to like 7,400 now, so he's starting to get the new interest into it, and he's dedicated to give away. I mean, these free drops I think are $50,000-$60,000 at a time. I mean, that's a lot of money, and then the fracks are given away just for buying into the drop. So say you have a $50,000-$60,000 prize pool, and then you're giving away another $100,000 card on top of that to all the people that buy in. I mean, they're putting some money behind it. And
well, so I know you have been really active with the BlokPax and with the different drops. So could you maybe explain a little bit to us about how the first drop in this series worked, and then how the collections have kind of evolved with this? Because I know there's different ones that now people are collecting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the first drop. So I discovered BlokPax, I think, from a Facebook ad.
Okay.
Because I get into a lot of different communities on Facebook with physical collecting, and so I got on there, read about it, got on the website, checked it out, thought, hey, this is pretty awesome. I'll give it a shot. So I bought 100 packs, and I believe in that first drop, maybe the outreach wasn't there, and so it was kind of slow to sell out. So then he incentivized it by offering a Jordan rookie PSA 10, which at the time was selling in the $350,000 range. And if you bought at this level, you got this fractionalized part of this card. That's where the fractionals came in. And so then I jumped in and bought another 100 packs because there was a level for 30, level for 100, and level for 200, and then so on beyond that. And so I did that. And the experience for the first one was extremely exciting, because I think even Frenchie was surprised that once we all opened our packs, the amount of trading within the community, people trading, there were some Gretzky's in there, which, I love Gretzky, but I don't particularly collect him. I was going after, the Jordans or the, Mike Trouts, things like that are in my interest. So it was really cool, yet exhausting to keep up with all that and try to figure out the values of the cards and, make decent trades to where you were getting close value and things like that. In fact, we actually created a group on a Discord that only centers around, that trading aspect, and we all help each other find the cards that we want, and kind of expedites the process rather than, getting lost in the general chat. So anyway, that first drop was great. I think there was some issues with the reveals of opening the packs early on, and the speed of getting them to OpenSea, or the metadata getting refreshed or whatnot. But I was completely fine with that first experience. Wanted me made me want to get into the second one, and he went ahead on the front end on the second one and added a fractional Kobe Bryant Topps Chrome Refractor PSA 10, which is a very, very high dollar card as well. So I've got the 3 fractionals of that. And then within that, in between, he started coming up with these different gifts, basically. The first one was the sports gift of you had to go and claim them and be active in the community, but it was all Black Label 10, which is a Beckett grading, and about the highest grade you can get. It even, in my mind, supersedes a PSA 10 because they grade at such a hard level. And we were given 5 of those. I believe it was 2 Shohei Ohtanis, a Acuna, and the other 2 I'm drawing a blank on. But anyway, he's created all this value within the community for the people that have stayed on and continued to participate. And, I'm very thankful for that. The incentivizing the new members by, offering these free drops.
Mm-hmm.
They'll also have the same opportunity as some of the original members to buy into the fractionals and things like that, which I really believe will help grow the community. And then it'll just be a matter of experiencing it, understanding what he's doing, and being a part of the community to give your opinion. And because he listens. That's the one thing that he's never, and he has the background to pretty much say this is the way it needs to be done, but he doesn't do that. He listens to the community, and he tries to shape something that's going to be great. And I'm excited to be on the ride personally.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting because I know Alpha Trilogy's been very active with BlokPax too since, the beginning. Mm-hmm. And one of the ways that he really got started with NFTs initially. And it is really encouraging, when Frenchie says, I'm going to take care of the early ones, I'm going to take care of you with this. He's not just saying that. Like, that's not just lip service. Like, he follows through on that. It's been impressive that he's been, to the extent in which he's been willing to invest.
Right.
And so I know you shared a link in MetaJungle recently for this upcoming drop. And for people interested in getting started, how would they go about that?
Yeah, so click on the link. There's I believe within the link, there's a video that kind of explains, but you have to go to BlokPax.com, set yourself up an account just like you would on any membership site. And you have to link your MetaMask wallet with that account. Then, correct me if I'm wrong, did you get an email that you had to click on and then go claim your free packs? Or were you able to do it all?
I was able to go because that was where I was having the issue to begin with. But I was able, after I made my account, I was able to click on the link that you shared and claim them from there. Okay.
So for me, I've been in it since the beginning. And you'll continue to get these, I get email updates that allowed me to click on a link, might have went to that same link page that you got, and claim it from there, as long as my wallet matched the wallet that's connected with BlokPax. So it's pretty simple, but sometimes some of the simpler things get confusing in this world, it seems.
Yeah. That was where I kept trying because whenever I very first signed up, it was right after our other one and the Jordan pack was going on. And I kept going to claim my packs, and it kept telling me that was there, but it wouldn't let me join it. And I'm like, what in the world? But after that link you shared, I was able just to click it and go right to it and claim them. So well,
there you go. See, it's evolving as we speak. It's getting better every time. I remember, and another thing about the BlokPax thing early on was the gas fees were such an issue with trading cards. And so they were able to get it onto the Polygon network, where you could virtually trade back and forth with Matic. And I still don't understand what that is, but it was very difficult to do that. And I think a lot of participation dropped out because of that difficulty. Mm-hmm. Just the learning curve and all that. But once everybody got it figured out, and it wasn't so so crazy than as far as the gas prices, because there's a fee to transfer it from ETH to Poly and back and forth, and you just have to learn it, experience it, and I call it investing in my education. Yeah, I lost some money on some gas fees and stuff, but had I never done it, then I wouldn't know what to do the next time. So, and a lot of people were afraid of that. And, for those, people, I guess you just have to weigh and balance the money you're willing to spend to learn how to do this, because there is a learning curve, or at least it was for me.
Yeah, there is, and I think that that's one of those things too, that once you have done it, and when you have such a great community that can help you through those steps, once you learn how to do it, it's really not that big a deal. It's just when you don't know how to do it and you don't have anybody to turn to, then it can be pretty it can be a daunting task. But having that community support helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure. And the BlokPax community is tremendous. And, like I said, we even started a small community outside of the community just because it got so busy that you couldn't keep up, and we were all DMing each other anyway, that we were like, hey, let's just start a Discord so we can just chat it up over here and still take this information and go put it back in the big group, and not be 20 people doing it, just one group doing it. So it's been very helpful. And we're looking forward to the next drop. I have not looked on the site today. I don't even know if they've revealed what's going to be in the next drop.
Well, and so after you get your free packs, what happens after that? What for new people getting started, what should they expect after that?
Okay, on the drop date, you'll log on to your site on BlokPax, and it'll say that you have X amount. I don't know how many they give away, because I get mine based on what I purchase.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how much someone that's new gets. I don't know if it's 5 free packs or 10 free packs, but it'll say you have this many free packs or this many packs available to open. You can open each one individually, which is what I did the first time. But they've updated to where you can click and open all of them at the same time. So I can open all 200 of my packs instantly. And then they'll all be listed on your page. It'll show the picture of the card you have. It'll have, times how many quantity you've got. If you, for me, I do 200, and there's only usually 20 cards in a drop. So I'll get multiples of the same cards. And then I'll try to get all the values figured out. And then the trading commences until the first, they call it snap. So on every card, there's 2,048 tokens, and that gets cut in half at every snap. So there'll be a schedule posted on the site and on the Discord that snap 1 will happen at this time, and then they'll give you more time to trade, because you may hunt down different cards depending on how many you lose, during that snap. And so it goes from 2,048 to 1,024 to so on and so forth, until finally there's one coin or one token at the end, and the holder of that owns now that physical card as well as the NFT, and it stays in the BlokPax vault until you either request it to be sent to you, or you sell it to somebody else, or whatever. And I think how Frenchie explained early on the concept, because he's into high dollar cards. He was trying to create a safer way to buy, sell, trade cards worldwide, because he used an instance where he was selling like a $50,000 or $60,000 card to a fella in Australia, and the logistics of getting it shipped, but making sure he got his money, and nobody wants to send theirs first, and how do you make this work, kind of thing. And so that's where I think part of this idea came from, was creating that safer world for collectors in this space. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, being able to have that physical asset safe in a vault and know where it is, and have a digital asset connected to that, and smart contract being able to actually dictate to authenticate what that asset is in the vault, show that it is what it says it's going to be. And yeah, then also to be able to trade that NFT so easily does change the whole game there. So pretty.
It does. And that's where the education side of it comes with, because, me being a physical collector, my thought early on was, hey, if I win this Giannis Antetokounmpo $50,000 orange refractor, I said, I want that in my hands. I want it. But now, after I've been in it longer and the experiences I've had with NFTs and things like that, then, I think much differently. And I think with anybody coming into the community, I would say, even if you don't buy right away, or, you should take advantage of the free drops, obviously. But even after that, just hang around and learn and see what's going on and get a better understanding of it, so that when an opportunity comes up, and the way he talks and the way the community talks, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for a lot of great things in the future. And I think, it will be a very smart thing to at least hang around and try to take advantage of some of those opportunities. But don't just, jump in for the get rich quick aspect of it. Cause you could, I hope you hit the $50,000 card this next free drop, but that's, it's nothing's guaranteed, and you can't get mad at that. You gotta keep trying and stay with it. So I'm hoping, that people can have that patience and want to learn more about it and what it's all about. And I just think he's going to make it something tremendous in the long run. So,
well, and this is also something that's not just tied to sports cards. That's a big part of it now, but even other collectibles, memorabilia, different, could be art pieces, but historical pieces. I know he's been bringing a lot of things online and tying them with an NFT.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about the fracks that he's added, and we've got right now there's kind of I won't call it a competition, but it always becomes a competition when everybody's trying to get the same cards. And the sports set, there's four or five sets. I believe there's 4 sets, and if you complete any one of those sets, there is a special bonus to be announced later, which all of his bonuses are great, so everybody's excited. But there's a Star Wars set, and I believe that's 11 cards. And keep in mind, all of these sets at some point were just basic gifts to the community for basically being active and going on and claiming. When he said, hey, I'm giving you guys a special gift, go onto the website, claim for it, whatever, connect your wallet, boom, you get an NFT in like a week, and right now we've got the little competition. It's a Star Wars set of 11, a Harry Potter set of 4 that are a little bit more difficult to get. There's a music set that has cards of, all your rock legends like the Beatles, Van Halen, I think Cher. I don't have very many of those. I think I missed out on that somehow. I think I was on vacation at the time. And then there's the sports set where he gave us the black label tins from Beckett. And I think there was a few added on. I won a contest and got the Serena Williams one. I think that was a Twitter contest, actually.
Nice.
And then I think there was one more added that, but yeah, basically all gifts. And now with the bonus looming out there, everybody's trying to create these sets that weren't maybe already trying to get them. I did the Harry Potter one. I have all the sports except one that was and I don't know that I'm going to complete that because the price has gotten pretty high. But I'd have to sell my psychedelic anonymous to get it, let's say. And I don't think that's going to happen. But no, it's just it's fun interaction within the group and the community, and he's creating more of that, and we'll see where it is at the end of the day. But I like it. I think everybody that's into sports collectibles, especially cards, would enjoy it, and you just can't go into it thinking you're going to get rich quick.
Yeah, and I do appreciate that reminder in the space that you really shouldn't be investing or working with funds that you shouldn't be expecting to possibly lose. Don't be using funds that
absolutely.
are necessary.
Yeah, and I don't know how many times, not in BlokPax, but other Discords where I hear, you get to talking to kids and they're in college and they're like, I just took my last $500 out of my bank account. When is this going to moon? And I'm like, really? I was like, you need to work and save and then set aside your money that you're going to, try to get rich on. But it's their money, and I can't give financial advice like you said. But you definitely, I can, like you said, say what not to do. And that's not spend money you don't have. So, or don't risk money that you can't afford to lose, like you said. So, but,
well, I know I'm looking forward to getting signed up. I've done some of the BlokPax stuff early on, and then you get so busy with other things going on in the space. But I definitely will be getting my stuff set up for the drop on the 7th, and then we'll see what happens after that, because I know you're excited too.
Yeah, I'm excited to experience my first one. I've been trying to for a while, but I'm glad we definitely have the channel in the Discord, because I will definitely probably be messaging about values and the full 9 yards, because I am new to every aspect of this, but I'm excited because I do really love sports.
Yeah, well, awesome. I'm glad you're in it, and I'll help you with it all I can, because we get into it pretty extensively from our end. So we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time today and explaining that a little bit more for us. Do you have any other questions, Jaden? I know you had.
I think that he actually answered my question in the Discord. So
okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time today, Kyle. And we definitely will reach out to you in Discord. And then we'll look forward to having you back in a couple weeks, and we'll see how it's all going.
Well, thanks for having me. And you ladies have a wonderful new year.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
All right. Bye.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it. Well, it's always great to have Kyle on. The physical collectibles NFT space is growing all the time, but it is a really exciting world. So always love having his updates and getting to learn more about that. And so are you going to be collecting some sets?
Hopefully. It's actually, I'm really excited because it's something I've been looking to get into more and more. And since he told us about the free drop happening on January 7th, like, how can you ever complain about getting into something you've been wanting to for free?
That is very true. That is very true. I mean, how can you not?
Exactly. Exactly. And so it's just something I've been looking really forward to, because I've been trying to get into it a little bit since we last spoke with him, but it's been kind of a confusing area for me. Mm-hmm. So it was really nice to get to speak to him some more and hopefully get to be involved now, because it seems like a really cool project.
And we also know that anytime we have any questions, we can hop over to MetaJungle Discord and ask those questions in the appropriate channels.
Yep, I've had a few conversations with him in the physical collectibles channel.
And that is where you can ask those questions, in the physical collectible NFTs channel. They're under NFT Talk in MetaJungle Discord.
Yep.
So always great to have Kyle with us, and we'll look forward to adding those in our project updates and sharing as we move along. But this has been a really fun episode for number 10.
Oh my gosh, so much fun.
So lots of great updates, and looking forward to what 2022 is bringing, huh?
I literally cannot wait.
So a lot of things to catch up on. We'll have AMA coming up here in a couple of days. Also have an astrophotography class again with Mustafa Aiden coming up. So that's going to be announced in MetaJungle Discord channel, and we'll be sharing some more details about that. But anything else we should be watching for next time?
I heard we should be watching for giveaways.
Yes, lots of fun things coming with giveaways, and we'll get to also find out about your reveals, huh?
Oh my gosh, yes. I am so excited for those, and I cannot wait to share them. Everybody have your fingers crossed. I got one of the legendaries.
We'll look forward to finding out. So as always, thank you guys for joining us. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.
I can't wait.